Here again with another end of the year ranking video. As in this particular video, I'm going to be ranking all the seasons of television that I watched in 2023. From my least favorite season that aired in 2023 to my favorite season that aired in 2023. It will be 12 TV show seasons that I'm going to be ranking, and for the most part, it was a really good year for the shows that I watched in 2023 that aired a season in 2023. There's only one TV show that I did not like that aired a season this year. The rest were okay to amazing. So this was actually a very hard list to compile. I had a tough time with the top 5, like where I want to put or my placement for everything. And this, of course, goes without saying, opinions are objective. This is my personal opinion. If we all had the same opinion, the world would be a very boring place. So make sure you leave your ranking of TV show seasons that you watched that aired in 2023 in the comments section. If you're a fan of these ranking videos that I do, or reviews that I do, or fight reactions that I do, or movie franchise rankings that I do, and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, which I would appreciate, make sure that you Hulk smash the like button. Share this video with anybody you know that would be interested in this kind of content. Put this video on any one of your preferred social media platforms, assuming you deem it something that you want to share. And again, don't forget to sound off in the comment section about any thoughts that you have. You can make recommendations for me, but since I watch so much stuff for the channel and for myself, it's going to be difficult, but you can make a recommendation. I know I promised somebody I would watch the show Mr. Robot, and I have yet to do so. It's on my radar, but it might be another year or two before I get around to it. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDev TV. So again, I'm going to be ranking 12 TV show seasons here from my least favorite to my favorite. And as far as spoilers go, I'm not going to hardly talk about any spoilers at all. There'll be one show which will be coming in 9th place that I will give a spoiler for. Not a major spoiler, but I'll pre-warn you ahead of time what I'm going to be talking about. So, the TV show season that I watched, that's the season that came out this year that I thought was my least favorite, would be You, Season 4. The show centers around a dangerously charming, intensely obsessive young man that goes to the extreme measures to insert himself into the lives of those he is transfixed by. Season 4 essentially goes to Europe, and the main character, Joel Goldberg, has a new name, and he's a professor. And I know what happens. I didn't watch all of it. Literally, this season was a cure for any insomnia that I had. I fell asleep multiple times through the first 6 episodes of the season. I know what happens because I watched, You Season 4, synopsises and different videos on You Season 4. I intend to finally rewatch the whole season, but it's so hard to stay awake during it. I didn't like it. Now, I am excited for Season 5. It's going to be the final season of You, so I will have to watch some of the stuff. Hopefully, I can stay awake to familiarize myself, because review videos and that don't give every little single detail as far as I know. So, unfortunately, You, which I was really excited about, Season 4 of You, definitely the worst TV show season that I saw this year. As far as a grade for it, I would give it a 0.5 out of 5. That's how much I didn't like it. So, You Season 4, 12th place. And then from here on out, the rest of the shows that I'm going to talk about, I enjoyed for the most part. Some are okay, some are amazing. The show that, and actually I'm going to switch my ranking right now. In 10th place, another show that I had some high expectations for, and I feel like my expectations for the season weren't quite met, although I don't think the season was that bad, and that would be Yellow Jackets Season 2. Now, the premise of Yellow Jackets, it's kind of like Lost to a degree, but not like Lost. The premise is a wildly talented high school girls soccer team become the unlucky survivors of a plane crash in the Canadian wilderness. So, weird shit happens. It's going back and forth from, 20 years ago to current time. They have some good, mainly actresses on the show and a few good actors, but it's mainly focused around females because this girls' soccer team. But I thought the show, the first season was really good. And the second season, it was still good, but it wasn't nowhere near the first season, in my opinion. And that's weird that I just changed my ranking during this, so I'm going to have to fix my document here. But Yellow Jackets Season 2, I'm putting in 11th place. Coming in 10th place for me would be Twisted Metal Season 1. This, of course, is based on a video game that I loved, especially Twisted Metal 2, that I played the shit out of when I was younger, like in 96, 95. I can't remember exactly when it came out, but I was obsessed with the game. The game follows a motor-mouthed outsider, or the TV show follows a motor-mouthed outsider offered a chance at a better life, but only if he can successfully deliver a mysterious package across the post-apocalyptic wasteland. The game centered around cars battling out in these different places. And I really loved the game, and I thought this show had some potential. It was good. It stars Anthony Mackie, of course, who plays now Captain America, formerly Falcon, in the MCU. But I liked the game a lot, and the show was good. And I feel like it's going to be even better in Season 2, and it has been renewed. And you can catch Twisted Metal on Peacock. And I guess I should let you guys know you can catch Season 5 whenever it comes out on Netflix, and Yellow Jackets is on you can watch it on Amazon Prime with the Showtime channel, or you can watch it on Paramount, whatever is easiest for you. But Twisted Metal Season 1 is gonna be my number 10. Number 9, and this is one I'm going to give a brief spoiler for, so if you don't want to know anything about Fear the Walking Dead Season 8, then I highly suggest that you don't watch this segment of the video to avoid just any type of spoilers at all. So Fear the Walking Dead Season 8, the final season of Fear the Walking Dead, which some of the show was really good, and most of it was okay to not good at all. Season 8, so if you haven't seen the end of Fear the Walking Dead Season 7, the last episode of Season 7, that's my big spoiler. So this season, spoiler alert, Madison Clark is back. Kim Dickens is back as Madison. Yes, she's alive. Her and Morgan are doing the Padre thing. And I think the season was okay. I liked the ending of the show, but a lot of the stuff was rushed. And a lot of the storylines didn't really work for me. There's characters that come back, such as Madison, that really don't make a lot of sense based on the elements that you thought they died in, but I still enjoyed the show, especially in the final season. I liked the third season of Fear the Walking Dead a lot. The first 2 seasons were okay to good. Season 4 and 5 were not good. Season 6 was pretty good. Season 7 is bad to okay. And then Season 8, I would probably say, is okay. As far as a rating of this season, which I guess I have to go back and do ratings for the other ones that I didn't talk about yet, I would rate Fear the Walking Dead Season 8 a 2.5 out of 5. Yellow Jackets Season 2, I would also rate a 2.5 out of 5. Twisted Metal Season 1, I would probably rate a 3 out of 5, I think, but that doesn't make any sense because I rated that lower than Fear the Walking Dead Season 8. I think for Twisted Metal, I expect the content to get even better because, obviously it was renewed, so it'll be more popular and a bigger budget, I think. And I don't know. They're all kind of 2.5s out of 5, I guess, now, except for You Season 2, or You Season 2. You Season 4 is a 0.5 out of 5. I guess the rest of them are 2.5 out of 5. That I'll be confident with that. I'm not going to give Twisted Metal a 3, but 2.5 out of 5. So Fear the Walking Dead Season 8 with the return of Madison Clark, 2.5 out of 5, and it comes in 9th place. Coming in 8th place for me, a show that I watched multiple seasons for the first time this year, would be Invasion Season 2, which is a show that you can watch on Apple TV. Fear the Walking Dead you can watch on Amazon Prime AMC channel or just the AMC app. Invasion's premise is Earth is visited by an alien species that threatens humanity's existence. Events unfold in real time through the eyes of 5 ordinary people across the globe as they struggle to make sense of the chaos unraveling around them. I think some of the show was really good, and then some of the show was boring, but I got hooked on it to a degree. I thought it was pretty interesting. Some of the stuff that happened. I don't know any of the characters' names by heart, or I did know one, but now that I haven't watched it in over a month, now I forgot the person's name. So it's a character that I'm not retaining a lot of the information from, but I'm still watching it and still relatively enjoying it. I think season 1 was better, I think, but I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to watch it again, but I would say it's another 2.5 out of 5 for me. Again, you can watch Invasion on Apple TV+. Coming in 7th place, another show that I watched 2 seasons of this year, again, just focusing on the season that aired in 2023, would be From Season 2. Now, I think the first season of From was better, but I really liked the first season of From. I would probably give the first season a 3.5 or 4 out of 5. From Season 2, I would give a 3 out of 5. The premise of From, it's kind of by the people that did Lost. So it's got that mystery vibe going, but unravel the mystery of a city in the middle of the USA that imprisons everyone who enters. So they get to the city and they try to leave and they just keep ending back up in the city. And then as the residents struggle to maintain a sense of normality, they seek a way out, but they also must survive the threats of the surrounding forest. So at night, when the sun goes down in this city, there's people that are monsters that come out at night, and they'll kill you viciously. So you can't leave the city, and there's monsters at night. It has the guy from Lost that played Michael. Where's my son, Harold Perrineau? I'm not exactly sure how you say his last name, but Perrineau. He does a good job, and I thought the show was really good. I do like the first season just a little bit better, but this show is intriguing as hell for me. You can find this show on the MGM Plus app. It is also on Amazon Prime. So From Season 2, my number 7. Number 6 for me, a show that I'm not even sure is going to have another season. I think it was just a limited series, but I have yet to find out any information about it. And that would be Hijack on Apple TV+. The show stars Idris Elba, and the premise is a plane from Dubai to London is hijacked over a 7-hour flight while authorities on the ground scramble for answers. I thought the show was really intense. I just don't know where they can go from here, so I don't think we're ever going to get another season of it. But when I watched this show, the one season that they had, it was pretty interesting and entertaining. So that's why I put Hijack, which is on Apple TV Plus, as my number 6. And then the rest of these shows, and Hijack, I would probably give a 3.5 out of 5 too. The rest of these shows are shows that I consider to be my number 1. I like the rest of these top 5 a lot. Coming in 5th place, which one could argue would be in 1st place, is going to be The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon. The only issue with this show is there's a lot of French stuff in here, and it's hard for me to understand. It's hard for me to type notes and try to figure out what they're saying. The character names are weird, like Laurent, and, well, Isabella is not that difficult, but Madame Janae and all the people that are on the Daryl Dixon show. But the premise is Daryl Dixon's journey across a broken but resilient France as he hopes to find a way back home. Now, the show, I think, is changing its name. Spoiler alert, Season 2 will be called The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol. Yeah. So, it was a lot of fun. It adds more to the Walking Dead universe. You have these variant walkers that they put a little bit more of a focus on in in The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, as they're doing experiments on these walkers. So the show certainly has a lot of potential, and I considered putting it at number 1, but ultimately I settled on number 5 just because, like, the issues that I have with the show. But the show's amazing. It looks great, and I really like where they're going with things. So The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon is going to be my number 5. You can watch that at Amazon Prime AMC channel. You can watch that on YouTube AMC channel, or just the AMC app alone. or AMC on cable. Number 4 for me is going to be Silo, an Apple TV Plus show starring Rebecca Ferguson as well as Tim Robbins and Common. Men and women live in a giant silo underground with several regulations which they believe are in place to protect them from the toxic and ruined world on the surface. It's got some mystery to it, and for some reason, I was just really hooked on this show. It's only got one season thus far, but it has been renewed for season 2. It's based on a book, and I really liked it. Liked it so much I bought an import on Blu-ray so I could actually physically own it, because Apple TV is the most annoying app for me to get. And I don't like paying for apps either because they raise their prices and I don't know, but I really like that. I like Hijack, and I, for the most part, liked Invasion on Apple TV Plus. So, Silo, check it out if you haven't yet. That's my number 4, and it's another show that I consider putting at number 1. But I think if I rewatch Silo, it might not be as good the second time around. I don't know that, though. Coming in third place for me is going to be The Night Agent. It's a show that you can watch on Netflix, and the premise of the show is a low-level FBI agent, Peter Sutherland, works in the basement of the White House, manning a phone that never rings until the night it does, propelling him into a conspiracy that leads all the way to the Oval Office of the White House. So I really enjoyed this show, and I guess I should backtrack to Silo. I would probably give Silo a 3.75 out of 5, if not a 4. The Night Agent, for me, I'm going to give a 4 because I was really hooked on this show. It really had me going, and I just really liked this show. I don't want to say anything else about it because I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm really looking forward to it. I believe it's already been renewed for a second season, and I'm interested to see where they go with The Night Agent. And it's another show that I bought as an import just so I could own it because I don't want to have Netflix. I hate Netflix. So The Night Agent is my number 3. Coming in second place for me is going to be The Last of Us, which you can watch on Max. And this is based off a very popular video game. The premise of the show is after a global pandemic destroys civilization, a hardened survivor takes charge of a 14-year-old girl who may be humanity's last hope. This show was hyped up to me by Cody Leach, who is a huge fan of The Last of Us game, and he actually got the whole season really early so he could watch it before anybody else saw any episodes, and he absolutely ranted and raved about it. And I had seen the trailer for season 1 of The Last of Us, and I actually liked what I saw to a point where I'm going to watch that show, but him talking about it made it even more I've got to watch this. Now, I feel like the first 5 episodes or so of the show were really, really amazing, and then it kind of tailed off just a little bit towards the end. Obviously, they're setting things up for a season 2. They've only had 2 games come out, so there is going to be a third Last of Us game, but they don't want to run out of content, so they kind of stretch things a bit, I think. So I'm very interested to see where things go. I would rate The Last of Us a 4.25 out of 5. The show is amazing. It looks beautiful. It reminds me of The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, to a degree. They're kind of similar shows, actually, except the fact that The Last of Us isn't in France, where, the Walking Dead Daryl Dixon is. So very much looking forward to The Last of Us Season 2. Interested to see where things go, and interested to see what Cody Leach thinks of it. So if you want to get more Last of Us and really detailed Last of Us content, check out the YouTube channel, Cody Leach, just like it sounds. So The Last of Us is my number 2. And then coming in first place for me is going to be The Walking Dead, Dead City. I'm going to give this show a 4.5. Yeah, 4.5 out of 5. I really loved this show. I was really anticipating this show. The premise of The Walking Dead, Dead City is Maggie and Negan travel into the post-apocalyptic Manhattan. Long ago cut off from the mainland, the city is filled with dead and a bunch of bad people to a degree, like the Croat and the Dama, who have made New York City their own world. And the show is awesome. Now, the premise of why this show is going on, it's not a very strong premise. I think The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon makes a lot more sense, but I really enjoy Maggie and Negan on The Walking Dead, where I don't really care about the Daryl Dixon stuff because I'm annoyed by Daryl. So I really like them having to team up, and I'm really looking forward to season 2 of this show, which is going to come out after everything else. So that should be interesting why they're going to go that route. I know the writer's strike kind of messed things up, but I think the plan all along was for Daryl Dixon to have 2 seasons. You know, the Dead City came out before that, but Daryl Dixon's going to get season 2 before Dead City is going to get their season 2. So, and I believe they haven't even filmed anything yet for season 2. I think they're about to start filming. So, again, I really enjoyed The Walking Dead Dead City. I really like the Negan and Maggie stuff. I'm not really sure what I think of the Croat, and then the Dama, I believe her name was, the lady that played in Ozark, all the seasons of Ozark. Darlene, she's a fucking crazy, fucking mean actress, and she plays her part beautifully. So interested to see more of her, as we didn't get a lot of her in Dead City season 1. So The Walking Dead Dead City is my number 1. And again, I think a lot of these shows could easily be number 1. Like, one could argue The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon is a better show than Dead City. But I just like the characters, and I like the story behind, well, I like the characters more on The Walking Dead Dead City. So there you have it, my ranking of all the TV shows that I saw new seasons in 2023. A quick rundown of those again. You, Season 4, number 12. Number 11, Yellow Jacket Season 2. Number 10, Twisted Metal Season 1. Number 9, Fear the Walking Dead Season 8. Number 8, Invasion Season 2. Number 7, From Season 2. Number 6, Hijack. And I don't know if we're even going to get a second season of that. It's just a limited series. But that remains to be seen. Number 5, The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon. Number 4, Silo. Number 3, The Night Agent. Number 2, The Last of Us. And number 1, The Walking Dead Dead City. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your support. If you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, because you like the content that I provide, or like the reviews that I do, or the UFC fight reactions that I have on the channel, make sure that you Hulk smash the like button to help me out with that YouTube algorithm. Again, share the video with anybody you know. Put this video on any one of your preferred social media platforms, assuming you want to share it. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about the TV show seasons that you watched in 2023. Even though I might not have seen this season or the show, just leave your ranking in the comments section so it's something for me to look into at some point. Maybe I'll surprise you. And then, of course, again, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You are watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDev TV.